It's Michael again, and today I'm going to be walking through time tracking within intervals. And with intervals, there are three main ways that time can be tracked. With timers, I'll show you that first. Time can be manually added in a variety of locations. And then also you can right click and add time. And then lastly, I'll show you some of the advanced features on the timesheet. So let's start with timers. So right now I have this support video timer going. When I'm done with it, I can apply it just generally directly to a project or to a task. So when you apply a timer, you'll actually get a dialog here. And so if I wanted to apply it just directly to the project without a task, I can do that. When you select a module, the tasks here actually will refresh with tasks that belong to that particular module. Also, there's an option to filter down the task to just yours. So there's a quick example of applying a timer. With intervals, you can have multiple timers. So say, for example, you're working on this, then the phone rings, you can stop the timer, just create another timer. Then when you're done with that, you can go back and flip your timer again. If you're using a task timer, you can actually go to the task list and start a timer directly on the task. Another option is if you happen to know the number of the task, and we work like this quite a bit. Say, we're doing a Skype session, or we're talking to each other, and hey, can you take a look at task number, 25108? So you can search for the task, immediately go ahead and start the timer. If you need to discard the time, say for whatever reason, you can clear out your timers. So there's an example of timers. You can start timers on tasks. You can start a general timer, and you can apply that time to a task or directly to the project. For manual time entry, directly on the timesheet itself, you can add time. Also, on the home page, there's an option towards the bottom to add time. On the weekly hour graph, there's also an option to add time. So if you just need to manually add time real quick, those are a few options to do it. On the home page, you can actually right-click as well and add time on a day. So there's another kind of hidden option. And then some of the advanced functionality that exists on the timesheet that's kind of hidden, but if you end up becoming an intervals power user, it could be pretty handy, is you can actually right-click and add time pretty much anywhere on this grid. So say you needed to add time for Friday, you can right-click and add time, and Friday will be filled. Say you're working on this same project, and you're like, hey, I need to add time for Friday for this intervals marketing project, you can right-click, add time, and it'll pre-select that for you. Also, you can copy time entries. So whenever you see this icon, you can actually copy this time entry. So if you were in a meeting or something and you want to quickly add time for multiple people, you can do that. Or if you did the same thing as yesterday, you can do that. And then one other advanced option here is adding multiple time entries. So if you need to add a bunch of time entries at once, you can do that here. And if you pick the project and client and then actually hit copy here, all of the information will be pre-filled out. So you can add a week at a time, a bunch of time entries directly at once. So this is a quick introduction to time tracking with intervals.